hope you're all doing well, hanging on in there and possibly enjoying a nice half term. This practice is reflecting the fact that we all have quite different levels of freedom at the moment, and freedom has certainly been on my mind, and I'm sure on a lot of your minds. If there's one place we can really find freedom at the moment, and I certainly have found this, it is in our yoga practice. And I'm a huge believer in letting your body and energies lead you when you get onto the mat, not feeling bound or restricted by rules or what you feel you should do, what you feel it should look like, but just finding the freedom and the confidence to use your practice as a way to express yourself, express how you're feeling each day. So although you might like to follow along with me at any point in this practice, if you just feel called to go your own way, stick a bit of Fleetwood Mac on as you do so, by all means. Just let yourself be free. Let yourself find a balm, a medicine in the movement. It won't be the same on any given day, and that is the beauty of it. So thank you for practicing along with me in advance. Let's hop onto the mat and see where it takes us. Okay, so I'm going to begin just standing and feeling earthed, giving myself a chance to feel my feet on the mat and connecting with that energy. And let's see where it takes us today. And I'm going to begin with some shoulder rolls. So making quite big movements as I inhale up, drawing the shoulders up, and exhale down, really opening the front body, drawing the shoulder blades together. And when I talk about finding freedom in our yoga practice, I often feel that it's like a dance. Just letting your body move and flow without inhibition, and with a strong sense that whatever you are called to do on the mat in this moment, then that's right for you. So don't worry, close your eyes if it helps, once you've had a look at what I'm doing or not, and let those movements become bigger. And I'm saying let the movements become bigger, but in truth, if your body feels the need to just be a bit gentler, a bit smaller in this moment, then that is absolutely fine too. So I'm going to start releasing and finding a little bit more motion and freedom, just swinging arms from side to side and bending my knees. Again, just exploring the dance that's created on the mat today. And keep tuning into the breath. Let that energy that is unique to you flow through every fibre of your being. Now I'm going to start taking my arms in big circles, one way then the other. And as I do that, I'm just going to really start to ground into the mat. I'm taking my feet a little bit wider, turning my toes out, and finding a variation of goddess pose. Bending a little lower as I sweep through to the side, the other side, and then beginning to lengthen each leg and finding a long line as I sweep through, just waking up the body and opening into just these areas of space and freedom. And this time I'm going to just come forwards and point my toes so they face the long edge of the mat. Again, connect in and then begin to walk my hands as far as I can off the mat. And inhale as I rise and lengthen the spine. Exhale as I come down towards the mat with the upper body. So find that wave-like movement. And ride the wave soft through the elbows. Again, just keep honouring the fact that this is your own unique dance. You're finding freedom here, freedom to express. And now we're going to start to open and bring mobility into the hips a little more. So I've planted my palms on the floor in front of the mat, and I'm just going to gently bend each knee and turn, make it sound like I've got like 15, but bend the right knee, the left knee. If I want to take this fully down into Skandasana, we've got the option to do that. Keep the fingers connected with the floor. And again, just let it flow. Don't worry, I will try not to sing. But again, if you have the option, it can be really nice to have some music on while you practice. So from here, just begin to bring the feet a little closer in so that I can comfortably come down into garland pose. So I might be on the toes, maybe drawing the heels down and letting the sitting bones drop down. Connect elbows with the inner thighs pushing back, and just feel into your power here. Release the hands and give the arms a nice stretch, again finding some movement through the feet. And just stretching one arm and then the other in turn. Clawing back. And again, just letting this movement flow in a way that feels like medicine to your body in this moment. From here, I'm going to bring the sitting bones up towards the sky, and just exhale here for a moment, toes pointing forwards. Gathering energy. So this time, inhale, take the arms wide, hover halfway, exhale down. Inhale halfway, arms wide. Just fly there, shoulder blades drawing together, finding freedom. Exhale down one last time. Exhale down. Lovely. Now let's start that little swing and sway again. So gently taking the toes out, tracing the mat, the earth with your fingertips, and this time let's come all the way back up to standing. Again, just find a little bit of freedom here. Big circles with the arms. Heel toe, the feet a little bit closer together. And let's turn to face the short edge of the mat. So as I inhale, I'm opening the arms wide. And as I exhale, I'm just wrapping myself up. Check which arm is on top here. Walk the fingers towards one another. And exhale, break free. This time, let's wrap the other arm on top. Hold yourself there for a moment. And exhale, break free. This time, let's swing the arms up towards the sky. And exhale all the way down. Keep a soft bend through the knees if it feels good. Now inhale, halfway, arms wide. Bring the fingers down to the mat, sweep them up. Wide again, and take them round to the lower back. Standing Anahatasana. Let's open up here. Maybe a gentle back bend. Okay, release the hands. Let's take the arms wide again. Sweep them up towards the sky and all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale halfway, flat back, arms wide. And then then sweep them back up to the sky. Palms come together this time. Gentle back bend. And bring them down to the heart. Take a moment to check in. And just pedal through each foot in turn. Take your time. Okay, now grounding down through each foot. Let's just be aware of lengthening the tailbone down. Place one hand on the lower back, one hand just below the navel. And let's just take some pelvic tilts here. So as you inhale, let's lengthen the tailbone down. The pelvis will gently tip up. Exhale, let that release back. Inhale, long tailbone. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, and then one more time. And exhale. Okay, find a neutral spine. And then let's just start to make some circles with the hips. So again, just feel into the feet and let that flow up to the hips. Circles one way and then the other. Close your eyes if you feel less inhibited doing this. Just find some beautiful movement, mobility in the hips. And let your arms do whatever it feels good to do. Swing the hips side to side, stretching one arm out at a time. Just invite that gorgeous energy and movement into your day, into your body. And then step to the top of the mat, so we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep it all as soft and comforting as you like. Let's step the right leg back and just settle into your low lunge. Okay, so let's just keep that sense of flowing through whatever feels good to us here. So I'm rocking forwards into my low lunge, then rocking back into my half splits. This time when I rock forwards, I'm going to turn to face the long edge of the mat. So sorry, I'll be turning away from you for a moment. I'm going to sweep my left arm through, finding one long line from the left foot to the left fingertips. So my left toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Take one deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, turn to face the right hand and we'll sink back, toes curled under into a nice Anahatasana pose. Oh, just let the exhale lead you there. Forehead coming down or the chin. And from here, let's gather our energies. As we inhale, come all the way up onto the knees. Take the arms wide. Again, find a dance and a rhythm that feels good in your body. And then exhale as you bow it forwards. Hey, spend as long as you like here, or follow me. Just inhaling up, celebrating our bodies, the freedoms that we can have right now in our practice. Inhale, up we come. Exhale, bow it down. And then this time, as I inhale, I'm going to come up, take the left foot forwards again, and just come into a little half camel. So finding my back heel with the right hand and reaching the left arm up. Breathe here. you inhale, come on up. So this time we're going to switch all that round. So we'll start with the right foot forwards, coming into your low lunge and taking some time to settle in there. Take a couple of breaths, maybe just inhaling up and exhaling, drawing the upper body onto the thigh. That can feel really nice, comforting. Keep it fluid. And then maybe it feels good to rock backwards and forwards just as we did on that first side. Let's find the beauty in this freedom as we sweep round and find a long line from the right foot to the right fingertips. Really invite some joy into the freedom and space in that stretch. Let's take one more breath there. And then we'll turn to face the left hand and come on down into our heart to earth puppy dog pose. Let the heart lead. And whenever you feel ready, if you do at all, maybe you just want to hang out in puppy dog for a while. Breathe it in and bow it down. Okay, this next time, coming up onto our knees, let's step the right foot forward and find that half camel on this side. So this time reaching back to find the back heel and sending the right arm up. Notice your experience of this pose, this moment. Knowing that there's never such thing as true stillness. Let's find freedom in this gentle movement. And then bow it all forwards. Beautiful. Step the right foot back. And let's take the knees wide and sink it back into a yummy child's pose. But again, feel free to keep that fluidity. Maybe gently swing side to side. And then really surrendering down. Connecting with the earth beneath you. Take a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to sweep forwards into a nice little froggy legs pose. So this time turning the toes out so that both sets of toes are pointing off the mat. Sitting bones high, forearms firmly connecting. Just send your gaze beyond the edge of the mat. And let's nourish ourselves here. You might find that the breath takes you gently forwards and backwards. And now releasing, crossing the ankles perhaps and rolling back onto the sitting bones. Okay, just take a look down and check which foot is in front of you before you reach up and bow forwards. Again, keeping that fluidity, let's take 3 gorgeous breaths here. So as we inhale, we draw the fingers back a little. And as we exhale, we push them forward. See if you can keep the sitting bones rooted to the mat. Each time you might find that the fingers go a little bit further forwards. Third time, maybe the forehead comes down. And then as you inhale, we'll come back to seated. You might like to take an optional little lift up of the hips here as you open through the heart space and send the head back. And then exhale down. Let's switch the legs over. Take a moment to just rebalance. And then inhale as you reach up. And exhale. Let's find that wave-like movement again. Aligning with nature and everything that feels just naturally nourishing to you. And after that third exhale, gently make your way back up. Perhaps bringing the hands behind you and lifting up onto the knees, lifting the hips, opening the heart and the throat chakra. And then we'll exhale down. Let's now come to lie down on the mat and stretch the legs out a little bit. So you might like to hold on to the calves here, the ankles or the big toes. Little happy baby variation, so just rocking side to side and again finding some freedom, saying farewell to those ideas of what we should be and should do, and just listening to what our energy and our bodies dictate for us. So, you know, just like the name of the pose, happy baby, there are you know, no thoughts in a baby's mind of should I be doing this right now? You know, if it feels good, then let's go with it. So straighten each leg, send them up to the sky. Just let's get a little bit playful here and just rock it out side to side, stretching the legs maybe. You've let go of the feet now. Maybe you just want to hug the knees in. And when you feel that you've naturally come to the end of that little exploration, give the ankles a little circle. And we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees dropping down towards the mat. You might like to keep your palms facing up or maybe have one at your heart, one on your belly. And then just allow yourself to settle into the natural flow of your breath. And although this is a time of some confusion, restrictions, maybe you'd like to allow your mind to rest on those things that do allow you at the moment to feel a little bit free. So maybe that's a creative process. Maybe that's a hobby that you would like to put some more time into. Maybe it's just getting out into nature. Just whatever you can do right now that lets you feel a bit free. Let's send some gratitude and also an intention to perhaps do more of that. And I'm right there with you, you free spirits. I will enjoy thinking of each and every one of you finding a way to connect to your free-spirited nature. So to celebrate that, let's just send the arms wide. And as we draw the knees together, give yourselves a big hug, wrap on up. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat and then just allowing a little bit of time to take the knees one way and then the other. Maybe bending the elbows or keeping the arms stretched out just to see what feels best. One more hug in, and then really enjoy that release. Coming all the way down, nice full body stretch. And finding your way to Shavasana. Take some time to get comfortable, snuggle the shoulder blades underneath you and just feel the sense of your body both sinking into the earth while the earth rises up to support it. You can take as long as you like here, and I recommend at least 5 minutes. If you do have more time, then maybe you'd like to turn lights off, light some incense, have some soft music playing, grab a blanket. Ah, it sounds divine. So if you have the time, then make sure you nourish yourself by doing that. If not, we'll seal our practice together now. And you can do that either lying here or slowly making your way back up to seated. If you're taking a longer Shavasana, feel free to pause the video here. I am deeply grateful to each and every one of you for bringing your energies, even though we're not physically together. I feel those connections, and I hope you do too. I hope they nourish you in the same way that they nourish me, and I hope that we can all continue on this rather unpredictable journey to find those little pockets of freedom and time to connect with our free-spirited nature. So for now, the light in me bows to and honours the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.